What I'm about to show you is just one game of Pokemon, but it was such a crazy game. It was the most locked in I have ever been in a game, and it is playing with Feraligator of all things. And I tell you what, this is the first time in a very long time I felt like I played Pokemon in the way it was meant to be played. It was methodical, it was thoughtful, it was strategic, it was everything I love about this game. And I hope you feel the same way when watching it. So yes, we are playing with a top 8 Feraligator deck. With its Torrential Heart ability, you can of course make it do 120 more damage and deal 50 damage to the Feraligator as a payoff. And as we know, Monkey Dory can move that damage away, making you hit even more damage. And with attacks like Giant Wave, you can hit really high numbers. But of course, as we know, with Relicamp's ability, it allows you to use the attacks of both Croconaw and Totodile, basically its previous evolutions. So you have access to Croconaw's Reverse Thrust attack, which will instead do 150 damage with the Torrential Heart ability, or Totodile's Big Bite attack, which of course traps the active Pokemon on your opponent's side. This top 8 deck includes cards like Dawn, one that's not been seen before in Feraligator, and also a Milotic in here too, which prevents your opponents from picking up Pokemon in play and putting it into their hand. Turning off cards like Professor's Turo and also Penny, which are very popular cards in the format right now, and also gives a massive buff to the Big Bite attack, which is one of the strongest attacks in this deck actually, as this intense game will indeed show you. But of course, what's explaining it without seeing it? So let's get into that very game. By the way, I'm going to make a change and bring myself down here. I want you to tell me in the comments what you prefer, the last one or this one. I want you to know. I know I get kind of in the way of the cards and stuff. It doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to bench Totodile. I'm going to throw this down, and this is really nice. I'm just going to say outright, this already looks pretty good. All right, let's do this. And I'm going to say the energy attachments could be used for something else, and we'll end our turn here. I could also make myself a little larger. I don't know. It feels a bit goofy, me down here. It feels like I should be up here or something, no? Like that, so that you can see me, but it's not like... I don't know. Let me know. Okay, do you prefer this one? Do you prefer it where it's a little smaller? I know that you can't see my prize cards, though. Like that. Hey, you can look over there. That direction. I'm going to go back to that. There you go. And I'll get your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Either way. And also, look, bear in mind, that was a change. So, you know, you got to recognize you went from up there to down here. A change is something that is naturally... YouTube people don't like change. I've learned that. Audiences, they don't like change. So just process the change just a little bit and then tell me what you honestly think. Because I'm curious as to how I should go about this. Because this seems less invasive, but this seems more comfortable. You know what I mean? Either way, we're back again. We are playing against a Venusaur. I have no idea how this is going to go. There's a Forest of Vitality here. Bench a Celebi. And you know what? I've made my mind. I'm going back. Sorry. I know, look, I'm just testing out ideas, okay? I'm doing all back and forth and all the nonsense is they're probably going to traverse time here. Did they attach return? No, they just went for a heel dance, didn't they? Okay, so the Mimikyu can be doing a lot of heavy lifting here. I feel like reverse thrusting is probably the best move for us in this particular situation. I could also at times try and trap a Meganium, but I'm thinking way too far ahead. I've got to play some Pokemon first here. Beach Court. Let's definitely just go for a TM Evo. Does Beach Court help in any way? I mean, obviously it bounces Forest, so they can't do the evolutions unless they get it. Yeah, I think because I'm like slow right now and I'm not really setting up beyond just hoping for a top deck, I think I should play that Beach Court and just bounce the Forest. If they have to work a little harder for it, then that's fine. Did they even find Forest with Traverse Time? Should check that first. No, they didn't. Okay, so let's see what happens after this evolution. Yep, they bounced it instantly. That's kind of what I was anticipating, but I think it was worth the try. As they do get Mega Venusaur out. Probably have out to Meganium here, and they can attack with Meganium to deal with the Mimikyu. In fact, I think it's something that they're going to have to do. Ain't no can or nothing about it, mate. There's an Ultra Ball coming in. Maybe get themselves a Mew EX or something. I feel like they're bricking a little bit. Did they even play Mew? That's the thing. If anything, you want another Chikorita down. But then again, really? I mean, you're looking at my board state and you're thinking, maybe not. They're going to get affairs ahead of time. That's fair. I mean, they have one huge benefit over to me, which they could just keep traversing time, which thins out their deck and increases. Why are you solar cutting? What? Okay. I'm in Past Town. Okay, maybe that's why. Maybe they can get a KO on Mimikyu, but I don't know. Is it just me or is Traverse Time better to like help you thin out your deck and increase those of you drawing into something? No, they got Teal Dance. I think all matter anyway. If they have a boss, they can go for a Venusaur swing. Or if they have enough energy, they can go for a Mimikyu swing. No, but yeah. Maybe Solar Cutter is better. I don't know. I could also Luxurious Cape. Finally something. Okay, well. I don't think Arven's giving me all the options in the world, but at least it can Evo again. And you're kidding me. I've again prized the vessel? For context, I did play a game before that I've cut out for this video, and I did also prize a pretty crucial card. So, ptcgl. Oh, this deck is very best of one-y, isn't it? All right, I'm going to get Stretcher because I'm going to Evo into the Croc, and then I'm going to start. I'm either going to Stretcher for a Water Energy or a Mimikyu, depending on what I top deck, and then just get swinging, right? I think that's just what I got to do. So let's just play this. We'll get ourselves a Evolution off to get Feraligator out. And I feel like right now we're just being very hit hard by prizes. And I'm not trying to blame prizing, so to speak. You know, at the end of the day, you play how you play, right? But I don't know. Prizing crucial cards like Vessel seems to be a bit of a problem. If only we could remove prize cards. If only we could draw 13 and choose what we have for prizing. Wouldn't that be a heap of joy? They go for a stretch themselves. And the good thing is, like, if they do... No, I was going to say if they do come up with Meganian and swing, I can go for a big bite, but they're probably just going to Celebi here. But I can big bite without using Torrential Heart onto Celebi to at least keep it in the active. Because the issue with this matchup, gosh, why am I getting all these tier 2, tier 3 decks that suddenly like deal with Feraligator? I actually want God of Wars. I want Dragapulse. I want to see the decks this deck is designed to play against. Because these tier 2 decks and tier 3 decks are just having a way around it. You know what I mean? Oh, the top deck feels good. Okay, so I think I have to attack this turn. Yeah, because like, the thing is, with this deck, you can't go for Big Bite or anything like that, really, because they could just move all the energy around with Solar Transfer, so it doesn't matter, you know? That said, I can still Meganian, and they can move the energy and stuff, but, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Okay, I think I'm going to need to stay alive for longer here, so I'm going to Luxurious Cape onto this Feraligator. I'm going to go for my Lily, and we'll see what we're blessed with. Oh my god, all the supporter cards. Like, every single one of them ever. I think I'm going to just go for a Big Bite for 10. I am. I'm just going to Big Bite for 10. I want this Celebi in the active as long as I can possibly keep it. And if they poke me with Solar Cutter, I can get maybe Monkey Dory going. I just need time to catch up, and I think this is our opportunity to do so. Should have benched Feebas with that strategy in mind. Hey-ho, here we are. They're going to go for... Oh, they've probably got Turo as well, haven't they? There's no way you do that without having some sort of plan, unless they're just trying to keep energy in play. Because obviously Venusaur's super hard to KO. God, this deck is so hard to play. I kind of want to play it more, though, for that reason. Like, I like the fact that I'm learning how to play something that's very difficult. Granted, not the best deck in the world. I don't know. Feraligator seems like one of those decks that just has a really high skill ceiling. And if you can achieve that, you can actually end up with some pretty good results. Don't get me wrong. I don't think you're taking down a tournament. But I think it winning Champions League when it originally did is probably testament to that. Because it's not like it took over the ladder. I think it just, Donnie just knew how to play it perfectly and got to winning a Champions League in Japan. Obviously, a lot's happened since, right? The format changed a lot since then. But I think that's kind of what this deck is. A deck that's really good, but just has an incredibly high skill ceiling, and one that maybe a lot of people think isn't worth doing because you are naturally an underdog. You know what I mean? But I like those decks. I really like those kind of decks. I'm enjoying myself here. Either way, they did go for a Prime Capture of all things. You would think they have Max Rod in here, but no, they've got the Prime. And after this knockout, I'm just going to counter catch a Celebi again and just try and establish board and hope that we can build a win here somehow. You know what really work in this deck is also a cheeky devolution, no? Just a one copy, because if you do go for the strat of like trapping in the active and Monkey Dorying, basically acting as a pseudo Badoo cross-cutter Yveltal Monkey Dory Frostlass deck, you know what I mean? You put damage and play with Monkey Dory using Torrential Heart, trap something in the active. It's very Badoo Frostlass, Badoo Monkey Dory vibes. But if I Torrential Heart, I take knockouts, and I don't want to take knockouts. So I just want Celebi in play right now, in the active, just stuck. That's kind of what I want right now, whilst I develop. Okay, so let's bench a Monkey Dory, and we'll bring up Celebi. That's fine. If I can get some more bench Pokemon, honestly, that's all I'm really asking for. Crispin is super tempting, though. If I get nothing off this gear, I'm going to Crisp him. And, okay, nothing. So in that case, I'm just going to Crispin here, like this. Yeah, okay. Do I attach to the Feraligator? I mean... Not yet. No, I do attach. What am I talking about? I'm going to attach. I'm just going to go for Bug Bite. If I can get another Totodile down, I could Torrential Heart, boss KO this to like keep ahead of the prize trade, or keep involved in the prize trade for lack of a better term. Maybe I can up my aggression. I don't know just yet. I've got a lot to think about. All right, they go for an Iono here, as we do get finally, we get some Pokemon. All right, okay. It's good to know that I can go into Mimikyu now. That feels nice. Granted, I may have overbenched because I would like a spot for Feebas. But I think we're in a beggars can't be choosers situation right now anyway. They're going to attach some energy into play. Honestly, I think the longer I can keep the Celebi out, the better. Because if they go for like Solar Cutter, I can move Monkey Dory damage away. There's only like so much they can do to stop the trap in the active. And if they traverse time, we have the potential deck out race. There's a lot to think about. Okay, they are going to go for a Solar Card. That helps me. So thank you very much. And now I'm going to have a much more reliable board state. Okay, this is nice. There we go. These are the cards I was needing. So I'll just go for an Adrenabrain. On to... what do I do? Is Venusaur even worth Adrenabraining? Especially with two of them. Is it better to try an Adrenabrain to Meganium? Probably not, because they have enough energy in play to really do what they want. So I don't think Meganium's really offering anything of value, apart from the fact that they could Ogerpon one it KO me, something Venusaur can't do. So maybe Meganium needs to be prioritized for that purpose. Lana's Aid feels good next turn. How many Ionos have we seen from my opponent? We've seen 2. I think I'm going to Lily. I think I'm going to Lily. I do like Lana's Aid, but I don't really want to use it right now. Yeah. Do you know what? I do like having the counter catcher. Okay, let's just keep processing this. Not having to go aggro. We're going to think this through. And hopefully there's no Turo. That's kind of low-key. That's what we're hoping for. No Turo here. And this is where I've gone wrong for not benching Feebas. But then again, did I have to bench Mimikyu? Am I not respecting Turo plays? I don't think I am I? I really don't think I am. And this deck should have a Turo in here because of the fact that you can, completely heal off Venusaur with a Turo. So I don't see why that wouldn't exist. What they should be doing is basically, they're not doing it now, but they should like Turo or whatever way they can pick up their Celebi, move all the energy to an Ogerpon and just swing for a KO. But then you risk me running a return KO. Man, they've got a lot to think about, It's really interesting. They're going to Solar Transfer again and Solar Cutter yet again. In which case, I want Lana's Aid. That would be nice. Come on. Yes. Okay, that's good. We don't need to play the other Pokegear. Let's just play Lana's Aid now. And we're playing methodical Pokemon. This is not... This feels like I'm playing a single prize format. You know what I mean? It's like very slow, very tempo, and just kind of nice. I feel like I'm getting to play Pokemon right now. This is just... It's not... I don't have to like lose in 3 turns. This is the most Pokemon I've ever felt Pokemon be in a long time. Let's get another Monkey Dory established. Let's go for Adrenabrain then. And again, slowly chip away at Meganium. We're going to Bug Bite again here. And we have a much more solid board state now. And a few more turns with this Celebi, assuming they don't Turo. But in terms of win con, I don't know. Or maybe they don't have Turo. Maybe they priced it. Who knows? But yeah, in terms of win con, like what's the game plan? Because I low-key have no idea what I'm actually doing right now. Oh no, it's reverse thrusting, right? That's what it's got to be, isn't it? It's got to be just like trying to reverse thrust into Mimikyu and buy turns that way. That's got to be the game plan. Once things start accelerating, because once this Celebi goes down, the game is going to forcibly speed up. I wish I could just keep trapping this without putting damage on it, but hey. I think I've turned a very, very losable game into a very winnable run right now, and I'm low-key enjoying it. They're going to traverse time this time around. Okay, yeah, they're realizing that I'm just moving damage away. Solar Cutter isn't doing anything. Took him a few turns to get there, but they figured it out. And now I'm in a spot where my board is very nice. But is deck out just is that just a serious, like, outcome? Is that something that can happen right now? Should I be taking it seriously is really what I'm meaning to say. I don't know. I think I'm going to attach this here so I can Giant Wave again. Low-key don't want to Iono them. But then again, my hand offers nothing of value, so I might as well just Iono them. I know it's going to like go against the deck out strategy, but I don't want to deck out. The deck out is like an option if things get really sour, but it's not really what I'm looking for. The good news is I think I can Torrential Heart my benched Feraligator. Oh, okay, I'm enjoying this now. And I can start moving damage off of Monkey Dory. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is where I'm now basically Frostlass Monkey Dory. Welcome. This Feraligator deck is the new Zoroark. It can pretend to be something else. And we'll go for Bug Bites and keep making a move. I could boss reverse thrust something at some point, but again, I think keeping the Celebi is the strat, man. At least until we can do something else, or until the Celebi goes down, should I say. I don't think I knock out the Celebi though. I think that could be a Monkey Dory KO at some point, and I don't want to knock out Celebi and then get hit. I think I want to boss something up, maybe knock it, like go for a swing there and then like reverse thrust into Mimikyu. That seems more realistic. It seems better. Okay, so now I think again we go with the tried and tested. We're just going to Torrential Heart here and KO Meganium. There you go. If I can, I'll probably bounce. Oh, I don't Honestly, do I bounce the stadium? I know it means they can't Meganian again, but I do kind of need this for the reverse thrust play. If I'm going to be reverse thrusting into Mimikyu, I really need the retreat if I'm going to be doing what I need to do. So I feel like bouncing the beach court, even if it gives a Meganian again, just isn't worth it. Let's go for an Arvin. Do I get another counter catcher? Man, we are running thin on resources ourselves. Okay, let's just get another counter catcher, sure thing. I think we're going to be behind on for a little while. Having all the gust we can get is good for us. Let's just go for Big Bite again and just keep putting Monkey Dory damage away where we can. If I can get double Monkey Dory, it's 100 damage. I could get a KO on an Ogerpon with a reverse thrust actually with 2 more turns. And I'm just hoping my opponent is like depleting resources, but I haven't seen another boss. That's the problem. They solo transfer again to their Mega Venusaurs. I think they're trying to just Venusaur it up unless they did now finally get that Turo. Honestly, don't know. This is going to be the longest game I think I've ever played. This video is just going to be the first game I lost and then this one because this game is taking ages, but it's so good. I am hooked myself, so I'm sure you're hooked into how this is going to turn out. As they do bench another Ogerpon there and pass. Okay, so I still don't know the game plan. I'll be real. I'm just trying to figure this out as I go. I'm learning just as much as you are whilst watching, and I'm sure there's some people who are absolute pros at Feraligator who are like fuming at what I'm doing or thinking I'm doing it right. Who knows? I could actually Torrential Heart to the active, but no, I can't do that. What we're talking about. Let's just move damage here. That's 160. Reverse thrust is 150 with Torrential Heart, so I do need to... Okay, I can't move it to the next Ogerpon the turn afterwards. It is almost game time, boys. It is almost game time. Let's Big Bite. Let's Big Bite. Assuming, like, they don't run out of time because their timer is on 7 minutes right now, or they don't deck out. Those are all genuine possibilities. But I think next turn, I take a 3-price turn, right? Oh, that's my prize map. Okay, no, I see my prize map. So now I counter catch, I take a free prize turn, and then I boss KO this for game. Okay, we have a prize map, boys. Let's see how things pan out. It's scary. All right, I am genuinely scared right now. I want to make sure I do things correctly, you know? Let's Torrential Heart to the active Feraligator this time. Then we Adrenabrain onto this Ogerpon. That's fine. We're also going to Adrenabrain here. That's fine. We don't take the knockout. We need to counter catch her first. I'm sequencing correctly, I swear. I'm making up for the past mistakes I've done with this deck. Then we take the knockout. Then we reverse thrust. Then we boss for game. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it. Move damage here. I'm going to hold on to this energy for potential retreat. I don't need to attach the energy. Let's take out this Celebi. If we get a win here, this is going to be spectacular. As we reverse thrust. Okay, hold on. Arvin, let's just play a supporter for turn. Let's just thin out the deck a little bit more. Fine, that's okay. Actually, that's kind of bad, because if I get Ionoed, I probably would have needed that from the deck. Oh, well. It is what it is. What's their Iono count, actually? Okay, the Iono's 3. I'm banking that they don't have a 4th, so I'm going to now play Beach Court and then just reverse thrust. Actually, should I just attach to Mimikyu? No, because they could boss this up, right? And I might not have an option, so I'm just going to reverse thrust. Not Big Bite. Reverse thrust into Mimikyu. Like that. Retreat, boss, Giant Wave. And what's funny is I think I can... Wait, can I actually Giant Wave a Venusaur for a KO? Do I even need to boss? No, because I've got 2 Monkey Dories. What am I talking about? I thought I could like Monkey Dory twice with the Torrential Hearts and move 100 damage away. No, I would need 4 Monkey Dories in play in order to 1-hit KO that. Okay, no, that's just not happening. So the Gust has to happen. There's an Ultra Ball coming in. And boys, we're getting close. We're getting very, very close to a win here. Oh, it's actually kind of scary. But if I can do Feraligator justice once in a video, it would be amazing. There's Serendipity coming down. I don't know what they can do here. Maybe they're looking for a boss themselves to just take 2 prizes. That would honestly be a win con for us, so that's fine. I just want my hand. I don't care about anything else. They are going to the depth of their deck. 3 cards left in deck. There's a Bayleaf. They do bounce the Beach Court, though. They're going to evolve. Do they get Meganian? Because they can actually just Meganian into the Mimikyu. That's a potential thing. But it's looking like... No, it's an Iono! Oh, no! Oh, no. Please don't do this to me. No. Oh, but they deck out! They've got nothing! They've got 0 cards! No! We could... This is win! This is game! I think you've realized. Yeah, come on! We have done it with Feraligator, baby! Against all odds in that game. Oh, that was insane. I have no words. I have literally 0 words for that. Can you please like the video? I know, Mr. YouTuber does YouTuber thing. Oh, gosh, that was so fun. I think that's the most fun I've had in Pokemon in months. That is so much fun, man. Wow. Just wow. I'm not even doing an outro. Yeah, bye-bye.